Hello everyone, welcome to Basics e-Learning. I am going to solve CBSE NCERT textbook for class 10 with a detailed explanation for all the chapters. In this video, I am going to explain Introduction to Statistics, why do we need to study statistics and also where we are using this statistics. Along with that, I am going to explain mean and its types with one example. Statistics is the study of collecting, organizing and analyzing presentation of data. So there is a particular way to collect the data, to analyze the data as well as to represent the data. So in this chapter we are going to learn the methods, how to collect, how to analyze and how to represent. So if you follow these methods, it is easy to analyze the data. So why do we need to study this statistics? Sometimes the data may be huge, very large amount of numbers will be there. So if you want to write the data in one particular manner, then it is very easy to recollect the data in whatever the way possible. So in such type of uses, we are using this statistics. So correct data collection in the way of correct analysis and effective way of presentation, the result, we need this statistics. So in medical studies, weather forecast, quality testing, population data census, stock market analysis, everywhere we are using this statistics. Basically, there are three types of statistical measures that we are going to study in this chapter. They are mean, median and mode. Let us see the first statistical measure, mean. So the data variable x, we are considering here a variable x which takes different values x1, x2, x3, so on, xn. There are n number of such values for the variable x. The arithmetic mean or mean of all these variables is denoted by x bar. X written with a bar on the top. So x bar is defined as x1 plus x2 plus x3 so on xn divided by n. That is nothing but sum of all the n values of the variable x divided by the total number of values, that is nothing but n. So x bar is simply written as sigma I is running from 1 to n xi divided by n. Here we are going to discuss three methods to compute mean of the given data. They are direct method, shortcut method and step deviation method. Let us see the first method, that is direct method. Suppose say x is a variable and it takes n different values saying that x1, x2 so on xn with the corresponding frequencies f1, f2 so on fn respectively. Then the arithmetic mean is given by f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus so on fn xn divided by the sum of the frequencies f1 f2 so on fn. Let us see what do you mean by this frequency. Suppose say this is x value which takes different values of x. Suppose say 2, 4, 6, 8. So the number 2, that is the data point 2 has appeared for 4 number of times. The data point 5 appeared for 1 time. The data point 6 appeared for 7 times. Data point 8 appeared for 2 times. So this we call it as frequency. Number of times the data point has appeared is called the frequency of that particular data point. So that is represented with f. So if it is x1, the corresponding frequency is f1. That is what they are telling. So if you multiply f1 and x1, see, suppose say 4 times means 2, 2, 2, 2, like this you will be writing. Sum of these data points means 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 you will be writing. So instead, you will be taking the frequency of this data point, that is 4, and the data value is x. Simply you multiply the frequency of the corresponding data point with the data point, that is 4 into 2, that is equal to 8 you will be writing, right? So this is how they have replaced the numerator. Instead of writing x1, x2, x3, you are taking it as the product of your frequency of the data point and the corresponding data point. Then you are taking the sum of all these things. divided by the sum of frequencies. So sum of frequency is nothing but the total number of data points, that is nothing but n. So simply they are taking it as sigma I is equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by n, where n is the number of data points that you are using for this calculation of mean. Now I will explain the procedure to solve mean using direct method. So the procedure here includes 5 steps. The first step is to prepare the frequency table such a way that the first column consists of the value of variant and the second column consists of the corresponding frequency. So the first column you will be writing the value of x, and in the second column you will be writing the frequency. For xi, what is the frequency? Corresponding frequency fi, right? So the first step is defining you the first two columns of your table. Next, second step, multiply the frequency of each row with the corresponding value of the variable to obtain the third column containing fi xi. Just you are multiplying this fi xi, x multiplied by the corresponding frequency, x1 f1, x2 f2. Like this, the third column is multiplication of the first and second columns. Next, the third step is here, find the sum of the entries in column 3 to obtain sigma fi xi. So after writing all the data values and all the corresponding frequencies, the third column just multiply first and second columns. After multiplying, add all these points, that is sigma xi fi. So add all the multiplied item, that is x into f, right? So multiplied quantity you just add. Then fourth one, find the sum of frequencies in column 2 to obtain n. As I said, the sum of the frequency is nothing but the total number of items that you are adding, total number of data quantities that you are adding. So data numbers n you are finding out by adding the second column. Adding the third column, you are getting sigma xi fi. Adding the second column, you will get n. Using the formula sigma xi fi divided by n, you will be calculating the mean of the data, right? So sigma xi fi divided by n. Sigma xi fi is nothing but sum of the values from the third column. N is nothing but the sum of the values from the second column. So this is how we can calculate mean of the given data using direct method. Second method is shortcut method. So the method includes, step 1 is prepare the frequency table in such a way that the first column consists of values of the variate and the second column consists of the corresponding frequencies, right? Like last time only, like direct method how we have written. So the first column is the value of x and the second column is the corresponding frequency. Frequency is nothing but the number of times that the data variable has appeared. So x1 means f1, x2 f2. So the corresponding frequency you will be writing. Next, column 2. Choose a number among the values from the first column and take the deviation. So take one number, that is the common number from your values x1, x2, x3, so on, right? So if the number is so big, take one common number, right? So call that number as a. So now find out the deviation, that you write it in the third column. That is nothing but after selecting a, take xi minus a. Suppose you're taking a as 10. This is 20. Suppose this is 30. So 20 minus 10 you will be writing, right? So x1 minus a, x2 minus a. Like this you will be writing in your third column. Then the fourth column will be multiply the frequencies in column 2 with the corresponding deviation in the column 3. Prepare the fourth column. Instead of multiplying xi fi, we are multiplying here the deviation and the frequency. That is, we have reduced the value of x by a in every row here. So the fourth column here indicates d multiplied by f. So that is di fi. d1 f1, d2 f2, like this, right? Then column 4 here is calculating only finally. So now you just find out the sum of all the points, all the entries here in this fourth column, that is nothing but sigma Fi di. Similarly, to find out the value of n, add the frequencies here. So that gives you n value. You know the a value, n value and sigma Fi di. So write down the formula here. A plus 1 by n sigma I is running from 1 to n Fi di, right? So what is that? We have previously in direct method, we have calculated sigma Fi divided by n. But in this f, I have subtracted the value of a. So that a I have included here. So as I have subtracted the value of f, a from the value of x, that I am calling it as d. So instead of fi xi, I am writing here fi di, right? So one more time I am going to explain here. See, in the direct method, you are taking sigma fi xi divided by n, right? From this value, in shortcut method, I am going to subtract a. From each value of fi xi, I am going to subtract a. That full thing, sigma fi xi minus a, we are calling it as d, sigma fi di, right? So as I have subtracted I am adding a here, right? So as I have subtracted a, I am adding a. Divided by n is common. So that is nothing but this formula here. The last method to calculate the mean is step deviation method. So the first step is obtain the frequency distribution and prepare the frequency table in such a way that its first column consists of the value of variable and the second column consists of the corresponding frequency. Like the previous two methods, here also first column is x and the second column is f, the corresponding frequency. And here the third column, again you will be calculating the deviation d, which is nothing but x minus a. You will be selecting the value of a, assumed mean, from these values, right? So choose a number h that is generally a common factor for all the d values. Suppose say this is used when you have a bigger numbers of d. So from these, all these corresponding deviations, you will be selecting one value called h. That is nothing but the common factor for all the values of d here. So you will be writing that in the fourth column as u, right? So this is u is nothing but dividing your d by h. So generally this h is nothing but the common factor of all d's. Now divide all these d by this h, that is u, right? That is d1 by h, d2 by h, d3 by h, that is nothing but u1, u2, u3 you will be writing. Now you have to multiply f and u. Instead of f and d, like in previous case, we are multiplying f and u. That is nothing but your fifth column. Now finally you will be taking the sum of all these fu. Sum of the frequencies gives the value of n. Then use this formula a plus h into 1 by n, sigma I is running from 1 to n fi ui. See, I will make it clear for you. Here there are totally 5 columns. In the first method, that is in the direct method, you will be multiplying f and x and f, right? And in the second method, you will be multiplying f and d. In the third method, you are multiplying f and u, right? So you are making the procedure more simplified by taking the common factors. Now I am going to explain one problem for calculating mean using all the three methods. Then you will get a clarity to understand all the three methods. So let us consider this problem. Find the mean wage from the following data. So they have given different wages and the number of workers. So this is nothing but the frequency of the wages. That means 800 rupees wages are taken by 7 workers. So 820 rupees wage is taken by 14 people, right? So like this. So let us construct using direct method. So the wages is nothing but the data point x. So I am writing my first column wages as x. Next is number of workers. So that is nothing but your frequency f. In the direct method, I am going to write all the data points here: 800, 820, 860, 900, 920, 980 and 1000. And the corresponding frequencies I am writing against to these data points: 7, 14, 19, 25, 20, 10 and 5. Next column is X into F. I am going to multiply the first column with the second column. So we have to be very careful as the numbers are very big here. So 800 into 7, that is 5600. Next is 14 multiplied by 820. So 11480 you'll get. Next 16340 you'll get. Next 22500. Next is 920 into 20. This you will get it as 18400. 980 into 10. So 9800. 1000 into 5, this is 5000. So to calculate n is nothing but sigma f. So you have to sum up all the data entries in your second column. So 7 plus 14 plus 19 plus 25 plus 20 plus 10 plus 5, that gives me total of 100. So the number of workers here are 100. Then sigma xi fi. So I have to calculate the sum of all the entries in my third column. So if I add it up, all this gives me 89120. Now the mean value of wages is X bar, here is given by sigma xi fi divided by sigma f. So that is nothing but 89120 divided by 100. So which is nothing but here 891.2. 891.2, right? So this much amount in rupees. So that is the mean value. So if you observe in direct method, as the number here, the number in the X column is very big. So the calculation became very big. So using shortcut method, we'll check it out now. So in the previous method, that is in the direct method, we got the answer of mean is 891.2. Let us try the same problem with shortcut method. So the first column, I have written the values of X, that is nothing but the wages. And in the second column, I have written the frequency, that is the number of times the number that has appeared in the list. So the third column should be DI. So D is nothing but here XI minus A. So A is the assumed mean. So you have to select a mean value out of the given values. So let us consider the mean as 900. I am just assuming A as the middle number out of the list. So this is total of 8 numbers are there. 3, 3, 6 plus 1. 7 numbers are there. So the first 3 and the last 3 I am leaving, and the middle one I am taking as the mean, assumed mean, A as 900. So Xi minus A, that is nothing but Xi minus 900. So 800 minus 900, that is minus 100. 820 minus 900, so minus 80. 860 minus 900, so minus 40. 900 minus 900, 0. 920 minus 920. 980 minus 980. 1000 minus 900, right? This is 100, right? So with this, my third column is done. Now I have to find out sigma fi di. So this column, the fourth column is fi di. That is, you have to multiply this f and d, the second column and the third column. In the previous problem, I have multiplied 800 with 7. Now the numbers are reduced here. See, out of this first column, I have subtracted 900 from the first column, so that the number is reduced here compared to the first column. Now the reduced number I am going to multiply with the frequency. So 7 into minus 100, so minus 700, multiply this, I will get minus 1120 minus 760, 0. 20 into 20, that is 400. 80 into 10, 800. 5 into 100, 500. Right. So you have to find out sigma f, that is nothing but n, add it up anyhow from the previous problem, also the same thing, I'll get it as 100. Now I have to calculate sigma Fi di. So add all the entries in your fourth column so that I'll get the value here is minus 880. Right? Now as you have subtracted a value from this d, that is nothing but di is equal to xi minus a. Here the formula is x bar is equal to sigma a plus sigma Fi di divided by n. Right. What is the value of a? Plus 900 plus minus 880 divided by 100. So this is nothing but 900 minus 8.8, which is nothing but 891.2. Right. The same value as with the previous method, that is the direct method. But here the calculation is more simpler as I have subtracted the assumed mean from the given data points. Now let us do the same problem using the third method, that is step deviation method. So the first three columns are common till the deviation d. Now I have to select the value of h such that that is the common factor in this third column. So the numbers here are 100, 80, 40, 20, 80 and 100. So I can take 10, 20 as my h, right? So 10, not 10, you can take 20 also as a common factor. So that my fourth column ui is nothing but di divided by h. Di divided by h. So I'm just dividing this corresponding value of d with the height that I'm taking the step size as 20. So minus 100 divided by 20 minus 5, minus 80 divided by 20 minus 4, minus 40 divided by 22 minus 2. So 0 divided by anything is 0. 20 by 20 is 1. 80 by 20 is 4. 100 by 20 is 5. Right. Now, instead of multiplying fi and di I have reduced the value to ui. Right. I have taken some common factor and divided. Now, I will multiply fi with ui such that the calculation is more simpler now. Right. So, as I have divided with h, afterwards I will multiply with h. So, if I multiply fi and ui, 7 into minus 5, so minus 35, next is minus 56, 19 into minus 2, minus 38, 25 into 0, 0, 20 into 1, 20, 10 into 4, 40, 5 into 5, 25. So, now calculate sigma fi ui. So, sigma fi ui is nothing but, so if you add up all these points, you will get minus 44. You know sigma n is nothing but 100, right? Sigma f, that is nothing but n, right? And h value, you know, assumed mean value is 900. So use the formula a plus h into 1 by n sigma fi ui. So as I have divided with h, here I am multiplying with h. As I have subtracted a, I am adding a. That's it, right? So x bar value, if you substitute here 900 plus h value is 20 into this is minus 44 divided by 100, right? So this is 5 times. So if you calculate this value, you will get again 891.2, right? So the same value you're getting using any of the method to calculate, right? So according to the numbers they have given, choose the method so that you can calculate the mean value easily. For more videos, please do like, share, subscribe to our channel. Let us know your suggestions and queries in the comment box. Thank you.